Ms. Nadeau, you confess you are caught in the middle of two lifelong best friends because you slept with them both and now have no idea which is 2-year-old Cameron's biological father. Now, Mr. Santilli, you admit it's taken you 2 years to mend your broken heart since Ms. Nadeau revealed to you on Christmas Eve she'd slept with your best friend. Furthermore, you say she then dropped the bomb that he may instead be your son's biological father. That news, you say, has devastated you beyond words.
Yes, Your Honor.
The best friend and second potential father, Mr. Zarra, will be joining us momentarily. Mr. Santilli, now what will you do if today's test results reveal Cameron is your biological child?
I'm gonna break down. It's been over 1.5 years. I had to convince my 4-year-old how he doesn't have a younger brother no more. I had to convince myself that he wasn't my son.
Oh my goodness. So, Ms. Nadeau, what happened?
His grandfather was sick and passing away. And he decided in a text message he was going to tell me that I was too good for him. We needed to break up, that I needed to focus on me. He was just going to bring me down. And
I was mourning in my own way, Your Honor.
as much as I tried to stop him, he left anyways. So I continued to go and see his grandfather while he's in the nursing home getting sicker, starting to pass away. The day he passed away was the day his best friend told me that really he had broken up with me for the girl upstairs.
And so this is the best friend you ended up sleeping with.
Yes.
So how did that happen?
The day that he passed away, I was holding his hand. And Tom was standing, Mrs. Zarra was standing behind me, and we both just took it hard. It's not easy to watch anybody pass away, never mind somebody you were so close to. So we went out afterwards and we had some drinks.
And during this time, when you were going through all of this and mourning your grandfather, you feel like Ms. Nadeau was intimate with your best friend.
I had no idea at the time.
I was stuck by his side the whole time.
Yes.
No, absolutely not.
But at some point,
And who did you come to the wake and funeral with?
I came with him.
You
I
ended
sure
up
did.
with his, oh, you came to the funeral with his best friend?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
After you had slept with him?
Yep.
So that is during this time.
The first time me and Mrs. R slept together was the day he passed away, the day his grandfather passed away.
You don't really know who the father is.
No, I can't say.
You know, I always thought there was a code that, you know, if you have a best friend, they don't sleep with your girl or any girl you dated. Look, unless it's been years or you get prior approval.
We are two consenting adults who are both single at the time.
Well, you're definitely two consenting adults.
When I
But I'm
denied-
saying, is there any part of you that said, he just lost a person that meant everything to him.
No,
I'm his
because
ex. Maybe sleeping with his best friend wouldn't be the best idea?
Absolutely not. Because if I mattered so much to him and it was so important, he wouldn't have left for the girl upstairs.
All right, so Jerome, I think it's time to talk to Mr. Zarra. Please escort him in the courtroom.
Sir, go ahead and take a seat for me. Outside seat. Going right up here. Watch your step. Come on.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Zarra. Thank you for joining us today. I have to ask you, how do you end up sleeping with your best friend's girl?
First off, he told me to do
passed
it.
away?
He told me specifically in his house, yo, I don't care about this girl. I have another girlfriend. He just sit there and lied and said,
them words never left my
Yes,
lips.
they
were
did.
going
I
on
was
with the girl
standing
upstairs,
right
bro.
there.
Yes, they did.
You said they're
They
adults,
did.
let
As
them
my
sleep
brother,
together
you
if
should have
they
known
want to
better.
It
sleep
don't matter.
together.
How you
my
gonna try
brother,
to
you
tell me?
should've known
Yo,
better.
you could do it.
That is
After
not
everything
the
I
truth.
did for you.
No.
You were my brother, kid.
Don't
You
matter.
should have known better regardless. Regardless.
Either way,
Regardless.
it don't matter, man.
So hold on.
16 years I've known you.
Well,
16 years.
so
I broke up with the other girl when she called me and said that she was pregnant.
Not
I didn't
right
break
away.
up with her
Not
like,
right
oh my,
away.
yeah,
Not
at
right
first.
away.
Because
Not
at
right
first,
away.
Either way.
at first course, there were rumors going around that you were sleeping with him. So, of course, at first I said the kid wasn't mine. Like anybody would.
Said that, like.
So hold on, Mr. Santilli, let me ask you this. When you found out Ms. Nadeau was pregnant.
At first, I did not believe the child was mine. No, I denied it to the fullest, yes.
Okay. Glad
At
you
first.
admitted it.
Did you know she'd
No, I did not
already
know.
slept
I did not
with
know
Mr.
that they were sleeping
Zarra?
together.
Hold
They
on.
both
He
denied
asked
it.
me at his house. He said, yo, bro, Kayla just told me that you had sex with her. And I denied it. And Kayla came out right on the porch and said, yeah, we did. He's lying to you. And the only reason why I denied it to him was because his grandfather was sick. That was so he sits here and says he had no idea.
Hold on. How did you say this after my grandfather was sick if you didn't sleep together until my grandfather died?
But, that's what I was just about to say.
How does that even make sense?
But either way, even if I did do it before he died, like, it happened.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. So at what point did you come to believe this child is mine?
After a few weeks of both of them promising that the child was mine. Months of them promising that the kid was mine.
I was about 5 or 6 months pregnant, and he texted me and said that he wanted something to do with the baby and that he wanted to try to be together for him.
So during the birth of the child, which one was with you?
I was there. Here's a picture of me in the hospital the day he was born.
Jerome, let me see that picture.
I cut the umbilical cord. I signed the birth certificate.
This looks like a beautiful, happy day.
Yeah, it was.
And all during this time, in this photo at this time, do you know they slept together at all?
Yes, he does.
No,
yes,
I did
he
not.
does. Yes, you did.
You promised me he was my son.
Because I thought so.
So you believe the child was yours. Did you sign the birth certificate?
Yes, I did.
When he was first born, everybody said he looked just like Dino. But I wasn't too sure. I just kind of kept my mouth shut because I thought, maybe it's my guilt. I thought it was just me who thought he looked like Tom. The more people that came out the woodwork, the more people would tell me, he doesn't really look like Dino anymore. He doesn't really look like Dino anymore. And the older he got, the more and more he looked like Tom. If you want to look at this one.
Yes, I would like to see that, please.
The older he got, his own friend said that he sat there one day with the baby in front of him like this, looking at him, trying to see if he looked like him or not. He knows he has doubts.
And so this picture you submitted to the court is a picture of Cameron
and Mr. Zarra when he was a
Zarra
baby.
as a baby.
And they look identical. Not only do they look alike, they act alike.
Mr. Zarra, when you see this picture, do you believe
Yeah, a little bit.
Cameron looks like
a
you?
lot. Yeah.
So, Mr. Santilli, you developed a bond with this child.
For
Naturally,
6 months.
You
It
signed the
doesn't
birth
matter.
certificate?
6 months, 2 weeks, it doesn't matter. I brought him into the world and I was there. Yes, I developed a bond with him.
And you signed the birth certificate?
Yes, I did. I cut the umbilical cord.
How did you finally break the news to Mr. Santilli that...
He's going to tell you that I told him on Christmas Eve, and that's not the truth.
That's not the truth?
It's not the truth.
Okay.
We had this discussion weeks before Christmas Eve.
Hold on, that is the truth.
She didn't just say he's not yours. She said it ruthlessly. She said, "How do you feel you're holding your best friend's kid, you loser?" Which is why I snapped. Which is what led to my incarceration.
That is not what I said.
That's exactly what she said.
Thank you.
Right there.
Thank you.
She tried to air the dude out. The kid's emotions was already hurt as it was.
When you're in jail, you find out stuff better on the street than in jail than you do on the street.
Listen,
2 days
the
later, I
bottom
find
fact
out he
is
moved into
you
the
left
house.
for another girl, so I am a single
2 days
adult
later.
and I can do what I want.
So 2 days after
Not
you
even
went
the very
to...
next morning. I'm sorry. The very next morning.
So the next morning after you went to jail from this incident...
He took up his role as the child's father.
This is the first picture of Tom and Cameron together. When I came out and said that, the baby's Tom's, that's what I believe now, and he showed up, it was the day after Christmas Day, and he said, if he's my son, I want to do what I have to do to take care of him.
Whoa. That's a beautiful, beautiful little boy.
What am I supposed to do? He thinks that's his dad. He spent sun up to sundown with him for the last 1.5 years of his life. When he sees pictures of him, he calls him daddy. When he sees pictures of him, he says Dino.
These are the exact types of consequences that paternity issues cause. This is it. So, Miss Nadeau, right now, who are you with?
Neither one of them.
Okay. Is Cameron your only child?
No.
They have another baby together too.
We have a daughter together.
Which we?
Me and Mr. Zarra, and I have another son.
And you're not together?
No.
What is going on with you? What happened that would lead you to be in this position?
I don't know. It's a disaster. I truly believe Cameron Psalms. And the only reason I even want to do this is because I just need everybody to move on and let the past be the past. Dino shouldn't be responsible for a child that's not his. And Mrs. Zarra needs to know that that's his kid and to give it 110%. And hopefully all the fighting will stop, because behind court doors, this is vicious. We do nothing
No,
but
it's
fight
vicious
with each
in here.
other. It's worse outside. It's way
And
worse
if it's
outside.
worse outside, that's no place for a child
It's
to be in the
back and
middle of
forth
this.
between everybody.
So,
They're
Mr.
friends one day, the next day they hate each other. One day he wants to be with me, the next day I'm stupid. One day he wants to be with me, the next day he hates my guts.
Oh my goodness. So, Mr. Zarra, she says, Miss Nadeau just says, she truly thinks you're Cameron's father. Do you think you are?
At first I didn't, but now, yeah, for many reasons. But like,
What are your reasons? Why do you think
number
so?
one, at first everybody was saying it to me, including his family members, her family members, people I didn't even know, making me feel like if I didn't step up to the plate and do things for him or be a father figure to him, regardless if he's mine or not, for his sake, for all kind of crazy reasons, that I was I was a bad person for it. So naturally, that's what I started doing. Trying to take care of him, trying to give her money for this and that, whatever, which really wasn't much, but I tried. And
But
then,
they love each other now.
and then like now, I don't know, everything's all messed up. That's my daughter right there, and they look
And they
exactly
look
alike to me.
identical.
And when I put Cameron next to my mom, even my friend a couple
So-
of days ago said that.
This is Cameron
And a picture of Cameron,
and
Ariella. my
Ariella.
daughter.
they're identical. And both of them look like Mr. Zarra's mom.
My mom says the same thing. That's my twin.
They act like
So it's not really so much me, because I look more like my dad as my mom, that they both look exactly like.
And so, really, it was the pressure from other people and from your family that made you
Yeah, at
just
first.
step up to the plate, because you didn't feel in your heart at first Cameron was your child.
Not that. It was just the fact that me and him were friends. Even if this kid's in jail or not, or whatever the case, you should help her out. Mainly for the fact being that that's your best friend. So even if it's not your kid and it's his, you should still do that.
Oh!
And when I mean everybody is telling me to do that. Everybody I know. There was people I don't even know that knew me and knew the whole situation that's explaining to me the same thing. I don't even know who they are.
Trust me, it's coming together now, and I'm understanding. I needed to get a hold of this mess. This is a lot, you guys. And Mr. Santilli, I'm looking at your face, and honestly, I feel for you.
I just want to know so I can move on with my life. I either want to be there or I want to accept it. I've come to realize that it's a strong possibility he's not, but reality still hasn't sunk in yet. It's not a fact. It's still up in the air. So until I hear either way, I'm going to be upset, whether Tommy's the father or I'm the father. It took me almost a year and a half to stop crying over that baby, and now if he comes out mine, I'm going to have to deal with all that backwards again. If he's not mine, then I can take it as it is, but it's still going to bother me because now finally reality sinks in. It's been a year and a half, but there's no evidence, there's no proof, there's no facts. It's still there.
I
could still be the father. He could still be the father.
yours.
No, I don't, because it's been a year and a half of me telling myself he's not.
I ask you all the time if you think he resembles
Yes,
you.
because
and you say
it
no.
took me a year and a half. If you would have asked me this 9 months ago, I would have said, yeah, he's still mine. I had to explain to my 4-year-old why he don't have a little brother no more. While he's crying, Daddy, how come I can't see my little brother no more? This was when I came home. He would ask how come he can't see Cameron no more, and I have to explain to him that I wasn't Cameron's daddy. We found out who Cameron's real daddy was, and it was Uncle Tommy.
Oh. All right. Jerome, I'm ready for the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Nadeau versus Santilli Zarra, when it comes to 2-year-old Cameron Santilli and whether his biological father is Mr. Santilli or Mr. Zarra. It has been determined by this court that Cameron's biological father is Mr. Santilli. Miss Nadeau, you okay? Stand up, sweetie. Talk to me. Mr. Santilli? Tears of joy? Relief? You don't know? Jerome, maybe help her into the seat if she's not feeling well. Are you okay, sweetie? You want to sit down? Want to sit down, or are you okay standing? What are you feeling? Why are you... What's wrong? Are you upset, relieved?
I didn't think he was his.
You didn't think he was his?
I really didn't believe that.
Rampant McKnight been telling me that he's gonna leave her. He don't want to be with her. So in my mind, you keep telling me this. I'm thinking like, okay, he's gonna do it. He want to be with me. Then if he keep telling me he don't want to be with her.
So, Mr. McKnight, you're not doing enough talking today.
Your Honor, I never told her one time that I wanted to be with her.
Yes, she have, Your Honor.
I never told her.
Numerous
I
of
wanted to be
times. he told me he
Okay,
wanted
hold
to
on.
be with me.
Do you, I'm asking you now,
Yes, Your Honor.
do you want to be in a relationship with Ms. Wilson?
No, Your Honor.
He's lying because she's over there. When she's not here, he would have.
Your Honor,
She
he
wasn't
has
here.
no
So hold on.
reason to lie.
Let me,
because you here.
but
You in the
Ms.
picture.
Wilson, I need to ask you this as a woman of age and maybe even experience. You know a man will tell you a tale, right? When he's speaking with the wrong head and not using the right head. So why do you think he was telling you all of that?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, because he told me that he didn't want to be with her. He said he had to wait on her to do the divorce. He can't just do it. He had to wait on her to do the first divorce move.
Oh, Jerome, have you ever heard about that kind of divorce?
That's what
I
he's
don't know.
telling me.
I've been a family lawyer for just about
That's what I'm
20-something
telling you.
years.
Your Honor,
Never heard of that kind of divorce.
Your Honor, as a woman, and I'm not even being funny right now because I have nothing against her. I wasn't married to her. You worth more than this. Like, you're worth more than somebody who doesn't. He could have been with you.
Okay, but
If-
she's
if
not.
his
No, she's
desire-
not in the picture.
if
but
his desire
I be
was to
seeing
be
him
with you, I've
every
been
2 other
gone.
weeks.
But hold on. I want to ask you this now. At the moment you find out you're pregnant,
Yes.
you tell Mr. McKnight.
Yes.
You say he attended an ultrasound
Yes.
appointment. Was he there when Shakira was born?
I was on the phone with him when I was having her. He told me that his the truck that they have, it was the tire blew. So he came the next day.
Let me see that evidence. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So this is a picture of Mr. McKnight in the hospital room with you.
Yes.
That's you in the bed.
Yes.
And you shot that picture of him.
Yes.
I'm sure you had a good time shooting that picture.
She couldn't wait to send me that, Your Honor.
Trust me, I know. So, Mr. McKnight, is that you in the picture?
Yes, Your Honor.
On your phone?
Yes, Your Honor.
In the hospital room with your mistress, Miss Wilson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you texting your wife to say you just gonna be a little bit later?
No, I don't even know. I don't even know what I was doing.
So you came to see the baby?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because you knew the baby could be yours?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
I just
Yes,
went
Your
to be
Honor.
nosy.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, hold on. Did you just say you just went to be nosy?
Yes, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor. That's a lie.
You had to look to see if it looked like you. That's what
Yes,
you had
Your
to go
Honor.
do.
Right, tell
Yes,
him.
Your Honor.
Tell
Yes,
him, Your Honor.
That's
Tell
Okay.
him. Tell
I
him, Your
just
Honor.
supposed to be nosy.
Tell him, Your
That's
Honor.
the thing. Yes.
And
And clearly, through the testimony, you didn't tell your wife you were there.
No, Your Honor.
Exactly.
Did you sign the birth certificate while you were there being nosy?
No, Your Honor.
No. He told me he told me he was gonna come back and sign the baby birth certificate.
And you believe that?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Miss Wilson, we got to work with you. So now Shakira's here under father's name for the birth certificate, just blank.
Just blank. Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. McKnight,
Yes, Your Honor.
sounds like to me you had a good hunch that you could be Shakira's biological father.
Yes.
That's why you took your little self up there to that hospital.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So since that time, what have you done? for this child?
I haven't even.
He's lying. He seen her 2 weeks ago at the hotel.
No, I didn't.
He gave me $200, and he seen her.
So you've tried to go see the baby?
No, I came to him
Ms. McKnight?
multiple times.
It looks
I
like,
wasn't there, Your Honor.
I was gonna say, it looks like you didn't know he had seen and spent time with the baby.
Oh, no, not at all.
It's numerous times he been seeing my baby.
I'm
I've been
good.
dropping it. I've been
What
dropping my
has,
baby off.
what has he been expressing to you, Ms. McKnight?
Basically, what he's been expressing to me was that he had no contact with her, that he hadn't seen her. I was actually encouraging him to make contact and to see the baby because I don't believe in deadbeat fathers. He's not a deadbeat to my children, and I didn't have a father growing up, so I would want no child to grow up without a father. So I had encouraged him. Like I said earlier, if I wasn't the adult in the situation, then there would be no situation. She could say, Mr. McKnight has been to the front of the court numerous times because the
Your Honor,
the
so he's
situation.
been dodging
So,
me
if-
about
no,
wanting to
ma'am,
come
I'm
to the
talking,
court,
excuse me.
but he's don't dodge
Hold on.
her. That's the
Hold on,
problem
Ms.
with
Wilson.
me.
Excuse
Hold
me,
on, Ms.
ma'am.
Wilson.
Thank you. If they wanted to reach out to him, they've had multiple ways.
But he
to
live in
reach
a
out
room,
to
boo
him.
boo. He gotta have an
No,
address.
he has an address.
No, he don't. He live in a room.
Just because he
He
lives
live in a
somewhere
room.
doesn't
They
mean he
can't-
doesn't
they
have
can't serve a person
a
who live in a
relative's
room.
address
Hold on,
for you.
hold
He live
on,
in a
hold on.
hotel.
Listen.
Let's get that
There's
clear.
many ways to
Listen.
receive mail. It's called P.O. Box, relative.
Well, he don't have that. He don't have that.
You don't know what
Listen,
I don't know
that. All I know is the hotel.
Ms.
You're not his wife. You don't know what he possesses.
Okay, well.
Miss Wilson, Miss Wilson, this is the part that I want you to understand. You're not gonna outdo her. It don't matter whether she's here, gone, living up the street, down the road, next door. You are married until you are divorced. They are married. You will not outdo her. There's not enough talking, yelling, talking over her. He ain't got no address. Yes, he does. He has their marital home address. That's still his address. That's just how it goes. You know, as you talk, I can understand how a young woman, when you say you suffered such a tragic loss, how you could be in a position to want to believe somebody cares about you and wants to be with you, and you believe that, you want to believe that person's lies, because I do believe Mr. McKnight was telling it, because he's telling the same tale most married men tell when they have absolutely no intention of leaving their family. It's always what the wife ain't doing and what he don't like about her and what this. You ain't nothing but momentary therapy. You cheaper than the psychologist or the psychiatrist, because the hotel is cheaper than the bill for the psychiatrist. So I just go have sex with this other little girl and I talk all my nonsense, and then I go back and I be a husband to my wife and to my kids. Men been doing this from the beginning of time, and women too. And it does bother me that you believe it, because I can see how emphatic you are. And it's like you gonna tell her something she don't know. You already did when you called her. But a phone call through Messenger is not a divorce. And as you can see, he had the right to file paperwork to get a divorce all the time if he wanted to leave his wife. He didn't do it. You gotta stop this. You really do. We're not gonna do that because you are better than that. And his wife told you that too. You better than that. And how you can sit up in this courtroom, Ms. McKnight, and empower this young woman, I think speaks volumes to your character. Because you don't have to be this kind.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I also tell you that I just buried my mother 3 days ago. And that speaks to how passionate I am about getting this situation resolved. Nothing in me wanted to get on a flight after burying my mother, but I do want closure from this situation, and I want the best for her child, believe it or not. If she is my children's siblings, I want my children to have a relationship with their sibling. I'm not the type of person that she's trying to paint me to be. I do love my husband. I just understand when it's time to move on.
So, Mr. McKnight?
Yes, Your Honor.
You say you have very real doubt.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'd like to understand what that doubt is.
A while ago, I went through Mrs. Wilson's phone, and she had texted some gentleman, and she was telling the gentleman that, oh, your granddaughter is doing fine. And so I'm like, so how's you telling everybody that?
You saw a text in Miss Wilson's phone
Yes, Your Honor.
that said your granddaughter's doing fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that was not your father?
No, my father is deceased, so it wasn't my father.
What you're saying is it wasn't anybody from your family?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Wilson, were you sleeping with some other man?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were?
I was messing with, I only slept with him 2 times.
But it only takes
Take
once.
once.
So tell me about the relationship with this other guy.
Me and him was a high school sweetheart. And I was seeing him, and I seen him 2 times, while, we had sex.
Did you ever tell Mr. McKnight about this other guy?
No, but I told the other guy about McKnight.
And this is a third man in addition to the coworker you were having sex with before you met and had the sex with Mr. McKnight.
We was having sex with her at the same time. Yeah.
No, Your Honor, that's a lie.
Are you smiling about that?
No,
Yeah,
my
he
face,
is.
That's my
Yeah,
face.
he's smiling. Yes, he is.
No, I'm not.
That's a lie, Your Honor. That's
No,
a lie.
my face made like that.
No, that's a lie.
Okay. Mr. McKnight, you believe that the coworker is Shakira's biological father?
To be honest, Your Honor, I don't know who the father is. I can't even say it's his. I don't know.
Your Honor, the other coworker, he's passed. He's not even here. He's deceased.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Unfortunately, that does not preclude him from being the biological.
But I slept with him way before I met Ramon. I stopped messing with the other employee way before I met Ramon. So he don't have
That's not
nothing
what
to
he
do
was
with
telling
it.
me.
But Mr. McKnight testified that he and the guy were sleeping with you at the same time because they would talk about it.
Your Honor.
No, that's
Your
a lie.
Honor,
I don't recall that. That's a lie.
I seen his car when I was coming over there. I seen him leaving.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
So you pulling in and he pulling out.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
I shouldn't have said that like that.
That's a lie. Your Honor, that's a lie.
Oh. Literally and figuratively, right? Well, this is definitely confusing.
You ain't lying about that.
So, Mr. McKnight,
Yes, Your Honor.
what are your hopes? Do you hope you are Shakira's biological father?
No. I hope I'm not. But
That's a lie.
But, Your Honor, if I am, I would step up and take care of my child because I have 5 children from 18 all the way to 3. So I take care of all my kids.
Do you want to salvage your relationship with your wife?
I do, but I just got to work on getting me right first. I don't want to go back and then, I don't want to go back to her. And if I'm not right, I'd rather work on me first.
If you were the man you could be or you would want to be, would you want to make your marriage right with your wife?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. McKnight, if the child is not his biological child, could you give him a chance to try to get himself together?
I'll always be his friend, Your Honor, but I would have to strongly consider and weigh all the possibilities before I would commit to staying in the marriage, Your Honor.
That's fair. Ms. Wilson, if Mr. McKnight is Shakira's biological father, as you have testified, what are your hopes?
I want him to be a father. She's 1 year old. He's behind.
Because she doesn't have a relationship with him.
No, not at all. I know who my parents is. They've been together for 39 years. I know who my mother and father is, so I would want my daughter to know who her father is.
And have you prepared yourself if he's not?
Yes.
And so if he's not, where do we go from there?
Then it's no more me and him. It's done.
So you're saying if Shakira's not his biological child, your relationship with Mr. McKnight is over?
Yes.
Never had none.
Yes.
Do you know where the other possibility is?
No, he's the only possibility. Him and the other guy.
All right. At this point, I think we're ready for the results. Jerome, may I have the envelope, please? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Wilson versus McKnight, when it comes to 1-year-old Shakira Wilson, it has been determined by this court. Mr. McKnight, you are the father.
Thank you, Your Honor. He knew he was the father.
Mr. McKnight, that is your beautiful baby girl. You are the father. That is your 6th child.
6.
You'll be all right. You'll make it. You made her. You'll make it.
Exactly.
His reaction in this moment, I want you to see it. He almost passed out because he didn't want to be tied to you.
Okay, so.
No, I've seen this too much. His wife was right. He made her, so he got to find a way to pay and be a part of her life. But that doesn't mean you have to come along with it. You got to draw a line, because I can't see a man who has made it clearer from the beginning of a hearing to the end that he has absolutely no good intention for you. You don't need to be bothered with that. It's not worth your sanity, your self-esteem, or your integrity, right? So you have learned the tough lesson of what it means to be involved with a married man.
You're right, Your Honor.
And he's still married. And Mr. McKnight, this is the culmination of a whole bunch of thinking you did with the wrong head.
You right.
I mean it.
Yes, you are.